What's up, guys? I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit today about how to find your true purpose in life and some of the things that just may cross your mind and how to get through certain things to end up finding what your true purpose is. And I'm going to explain to you guys how you're going to feel when you come to the realization that you found your purpose. So, we're going to start off at the very start of what happens on your journey to finding your purpose. And that is, you're going to come to a point where you're going to start thinking a lot in your head. You're going to be thinking nonstop all the time. And you just can't stop thinking. And like, you could be working at a job or something like that, and the whole time when you're working that job, it's like you're not even in the moment and you're thinking about something else inside of your job or whatever you're doing. You're thinking of something else, but you don't even know exactly what it is. You just know that you're called to do something else, and you know for a fact you were meant to do more. And you're meant to find what it is that you're supposed to do. This is one of the first things that starts happening. After this stage, you're going to begin to start to let go of every single thing in your life that's not meant to be in your life. You could quit that job that you're at. You could start letting go of people that's not supposed to be in your life. You could be letting go of family members and things like this. This is probably the next step that's going to happen. And you're going to start to get a next level type of focus on your mission. And you're going to be going towards something, and you still don't know what it is yet, but you're still going to be working towards something. And you're just going to start to do what that little voice in your head is telling you to do, and you might not even have it figured out yet. But you begin to do the things that that little voice in your head is telling you to do. And I'm going to tell you guys, that little voice in your head is God. That's what God is. God is your higher up. God is your higher power. When you hear this little voice in your head, listen to this voice. And as hard as it may be, you may have to spend a ridiculous amount of time alone doing your thing. Whatever you have to do it. You might not have it figured out right away. 90-95% of the time, it takes a long time to truly figure out what it is that you were meant to do. And if you don't go through the pain and the suffering and all the ups and downs, like the roller coaster that it takes to get there, you're going to suffer a lot longer in your life. The amount of time you're going to spend suffering to reach your goals, your dreams, your visions is very, very, very small compared to all the time that you'll be suffering if you don't do this. Because you're going to suffer a lot longer if you don't go through this stage in your life to find out who you are and what you're meant to do. If you hear that little voice in your head and you don't listen to it because you don't want to be alone, or you don't want to do this, or you don't want to do that, what you're doing is you're pushing God away. You're pushing away your gifts, you're pushing away God because you want to hang out with the crew, or you want to listen to your parents' advice, or you want to get advice from one of your friends or family members or something like this. Because you think that's better. Because you might be more comfortable if you do this. You know what I'm saying? Usually, your higher purpose in life and your mission, it's not going to be exactly the easiest road to go down. Most of the time, it's probably the hardest path to go down, but it's the most rewarding, and it always pays off in the end. Years down the road, it always does, and you'll always be in a better position if you follow through on this. 100%. You might have the worst time in your life for the first year, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. You might be going through some tough times. But if you just keep going, and you just keep swinging, and you just keep swinging, and you just keep swinging, you're gonna get there. Usually, God takes you through the wilderness before He gets you to the promised land. He wants your faith to be tested. And these are things that goes on when you find your true purpose in life. You're going to have to go through something to get that life you really want deep down inside. You're going to have to go through something. And usually, it gets ugly before it gets pretty. Usually 100% of the time. And even people that are young, maybe in their late teens or early 20s, that might get a profession, that might look like their lives are so good, I bet they went through a lot of adversity in their life to be in the position that they're in. A lot of adversity and a lot of hard work and a lot of doing things that they didn't want to do, but they did it. They put their head down and they did it, no matter what. And sometimes finding your true purpose in life can take years. Sometimes you might not have it figured out up to your 30s. You might not have it figured out till 35 or 40. There's a lot of bullshit going on in the world. People saying you should have your life all figured out in your early 20s. You should have that dream job. You should have that house. You should be married and all this and all this. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Who in the fuck made these rules? You're not going to have it figured out till you're 50. When you're 50, the truth is you're still not going to have it all figured out. There's always going to be something that you have to figure out. Always. Listen to Gary Vee. If you guys know Gary Vee, he's one of the smartest motherfuckers alive. He is brilliant. And he's saying the exact same shit. And I agree with it. People don't have a like, it's crazy. Like, parents are putting so much pressure on their young kids at 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, forcing them to have it figured out when the parents don't even have it figured out yet. Don't even have it figured out. They're still going through a lot of shit themselves, and they're putting so much pressure on their younger kids to figure it out. It's ridiculous. You're not going to have it figured out until you go through a lot of shit. There's people that get degrees from schooling and are still fucked up out here. Degrees, and they're still fucked up out here. You can make all the money in the world. You can have the best education. But how do you feel inside? You know what I'm saying? If money was everything, I'd be rich right now myself. I've had a lot of money in my life. I've made 6 figures in a year in my life in my earlier 20s. I was not as happy as I am right now. That just goes to show that money is not everything. And it's 100% true. 100% true. You gotta love what you do to the core in order to be happy in life. And there's people that have degrees that make crazy amounts of money that are still fucked up out here. The best thing you can do with your life is settle your shit down and really dive deep into your own soul, listen to God, and take the time to find your purpose as long as it takes, because it's worth it. It's worth it, guys. You gotta know the gifts that you have. I'm pretty sure everybody alive is aware of the gifts that they have. Everybody knows things that they're good at. You have to put in the work. And you have to love what you do. And things are just gonna start to get better and better. Focus on your gifts. And the flowers are going to start to come up. Opportunities are going to come out of freaking nowhere. People are going to message you. Things are going to happen. And this is how it all happens. You're never going to have it all figured out. You're never going to see the end of the road. Never. You just got to keep going and trust God. And this is how it all works, guys. Nobody ever knew how it was going to happen exactly. This is why you have to have the faith to do it. Faith. Key word here. Faith. Have faith. Put God first. Not everybody else that pretends to have it all figured out and you want to get advice from them when their life is a mess. They are pretending to be happy. They are putting on a fake ass smile in front of everybody, making it look like their life is all sunshine and rainbows. When they are the most unhappy because they are the ones that listened to the bullshit and fell for it. Now they're living an unfulfilled life. Maybe making money, but they have an unfulfilled life. And guess what these people do? They turn to bad things. These people start to slowly get unhealthy. I'm going to cut this video short. I've got into a lot of good details here, and I'm going to stop it now. I hope you guys like this video. If you do, hit that thumbs up. I'd like to know your guys' thoughts in the comments. So let me hear it, guys. I'm out. Have a nice day.